did a live stream. Uh, Hello, if you're there. I don't know if you can hear me properly, but well, I don't even know what to talk about. I just want to talk about fragrances, and I missed you guys. So let's wait for who can come in. Hmm. So my scent of the night is. Oh, hello, Robin. How are you? It's been a long time since I did my last live stream, so I was like in the mood. Hi, Rich. It's been a long time since I did a live stream, so yeah, I think it's about time to do one. I was missing you, so hey, here we are. So, what's your scent of the night? My scent of the night here is from Maison Crivelli, and it is this one right here, Iris Malika. I actually already recorded a review about this one, and yes, for the record, this was sent to me by the brand. But actually, it's a funny story because they messaged me at my Instagram, and they literally said, "Well, because we have our fragrances in a Portuguese niche perfume store called Skin Life. So just go there, check out fragrances, and then we will send you the one that you will like the most." And so it was. This is incredible. My favorite iris as of now, and it's my scent of the night. So what we have here. Hi, Gregory. Brandon Dior Fahrenheit, a classic. James Dior Mintons, love that one. Creed Vetiver Geranium, one of the best from Creed, definitely. YEDT from Andre and Whitney. More Than Words, man, I love that fragrance. I love that fragrance from Sergioff. One of my favorites. My favorite from Tom Ford, I mean, that's hard. It's Tobacco Vanille. I think it will be. I think it's Tobacco Vanille, at least from the private blend collection. Definitely Tobacco Vanille. From the signature line, mm, it's a toss up. Reminiscence Patchouli. Hey, Angola Hot. Reminiscence Patchouli, one of the best patchouli fragrances out there, especially for the price. Great patchouli scent. You should try Parfum de Nicolas Cuir Cuba Intense. Actually, I have a sample of that, Andre. I have a sample of that. It's a weird fragrance, I will say. It has a plasticky feel, and doesn't smell like a proper tobacco fragrance. Doesn't smell like tobacco for me. It's really has that sweet plastic nuance that it's quite weird for me. But I need to try it more often. But but I have a sample of that fragrance. Do you know any Mediterrosa scents? No, actually, I never had a chance to sample them. But yes, I would say yes, it's a very unique tobacco scent. That one, Cuir Cuba Intense from Nicolai, Parfum de Nicolai. But because of its overly unique touch or overly unique tobacco accord, it's a bit odd for me. Have you ever tried any Halloween Man clones? Yes, I did. I tried two of them. It's the coffee. I think it's the X Halloween X Man, if I'm not mistaken, and the original. I actually do enjoy the coffee one from Halloween. I think it's Halloween X, and it's very realistic. Actually, it's quite prominent, and for a designer and for a very affordable fragrance, I think it's a very well done coffee accord. Are you going to try Hermes? Oh yes, definitely Hermes. The H24. Man, I'm very curious to try. I already saw Ashton review, Sebastian review, and of course Persolet's review of H24. So I'm very curious to try that one. And this year for me, it's an Hermes year. My latest acquisition from Hermes is this one. I don't know if you can see it properly, but this one is Equipage Geranium. I don't know if you can see properly. Yeah, it's a bit blur, but this is Equipage Geranium, and man, so good. Yes, it's a bit mature, a bit more old school, but man, it's spicy, floral, aromatic, woodsy in the base, man. I absolutely. This is Equipage Geranium. It's my latest purchase from Hermes. And actually, again, I'm in the Hermes year. I already purchased a lot of fragrances from Hermes. And I'm very eager to try the new one, H24. Gregory, the best from Parfumum Roma? Man, that's hard. Actually, I have a video talking about Parfumum Roma fragrance. I think it was a year ago, more so that I uploaded that video. My favorite from Profumum Roma, I don't know, maybe Ambra Aurea, or Acqua di Sale even. But I would say Ambra Aurea. I think Ambra Aurea it's my favorite from the line. But it's hard. I mean, it's very hard to pick just one. Good day from Bay Area, California. Hello, David. Grand Soir, it's an outstanding amber scent, a very romantic, sensual, gooey fragrance. Love that one. It's a gourmand, an amber gourmand fragrance. Can you recommend a long-lasting warm weather scent? Um, Profumo Roma fragrances. I mean, for a niche, if you are searching for a niche fragrance, definitely Acqua di Sale, like a fragrance from Profumo Roma, Acqua di Sale, Acqua Viva, Acqua Zucchero if you want a more sweet, yet not overly sweet fragrance for the summertime. Um, but the Acqua di Sale, it's an aquatic, salty, woodsy fragrance. Acqua Viva, it's all about lemon. And Acqua Zucchero, it's sugary water, if that makes sense. And Orangea. But Orangea, it's more for the springtime. But Orangea, it's a fantastic orange blossom fragrance. Love that. It's a green floral fragrance done to perfection. So yeah, I would say any fragrance from Parfumum Roma will perform amazingly well. Um, in terms of designers, well, it's a bit harder. But I don't know. But actually, the Hermes one, the Eau de Merveille Bleu, it's actually pretty good. Performs really well. At least so far. Just tried it a couple of times, and so far it performs really well. Have you tried Luxor or Amabile? I tried both actually. Luxor was okay. I mean, I was not very impressed by it. Um, I don't remember if it smells good or not. I just remember that I wasn't impressed, and definitely has oud. But I think the image that I have is that it's overly sweet for what it is. I mean, I know that I was not very impressed. Amabile, worse. One of the worst fragrances that I tried from Serjoff, it's Amabile. I have a sample and it's it's really bad. It's a synthetic mess for me. But that's just my opinion, of course. Have you tried any Amurud fragrances? Big fan of Whetstone and Santal Desi. Well, actually, I think I tried one, but it was long ago. I don't even remember if I liked it or not. But didn't try any of those two that you mentioned, Whetstone or Santal Desi. No, I didn't try. But I think I need to give them a shot at least because there are a lot of fragrances from Amurud that are very well talked about. Hi Trudette, you need to try Mise en Cire Cologne de Figuier. It's from Alberto Moria's line. It's fantastic. Actually, I already heard great things about Mise en Cire collection. Yeah, it's from Alberto Morias. I don't know. Here it's I don't know if in if in Portugal you have a perfume store who is selling Mise en Cire. I think not. I think it's just Hermetica that it's been sold in Skin Life. But yeah, definitely need to check that out. What's the least favorite cologne in your collection? Oof, man, that's hard because well, if I have it, it's because I like it at least. Um, at least favorite, man, it's hard to say. It's actually quite hard to say. Um, I really can't answer that because I like them all actually. It all depends on my mood, on my day, but in general, I like all the fragrances that I have. Hola, hermano, abrazos fuertes. Hello, Cuban Groove. Hope you're doing well. Hello from Canada. Hi there. Great to see you here. Daniel, abraço Brasil. Grande abraço. Thoughts on Alfetti by Penhaligon. Well, actually, I never tried that one. Funny enough, I never tried it, but fragrance. This is my first fragrance from Penhaligon's that I have in my collection. Although technically it's my second because right early on my fragrance journey, I purchased fragrance from Penhaligon's, which was it's a barbershop one, which is quite popular. Now I'm missing the name. Well, it's the fougere one with honey, lavender, that metallic feel. Now I'm forgetting the name. I had that one. I mean, I was wearing it, but I never really loved it, so I ended up giving that fragrance to my dad, and he loved that fragrance from Halligan. So since then, I purchased this. This is Uncompromising Zohan from the Portraits collection. I blind bought this because I found a great deal from Amazon. And I'm telling you, at Amazon you can find so many fantastic deals. This one was one of them. A brand new seal bottle, and man, red presentation actually. And this is all about oud and rose and saffron. It has all the typical notes, but it's done really well. Done really well. This is all about rose, saffron, and oud. It's a bit funky, but not overly funky. This goes in the same realm of Udispan from Dior and Oud Palau from Diptyque, but not as animalic as Diptyque, Oud Palau, Eau de Parfum, and has more character and more body than the Oud Ispahan, at least in my opinion. Love this one. It was a successful blind buy. The Uncompromising Zohan. I have actually Alfetti on my to try lists, and I have on the mail the another fragrance from Penny Halligan's actually, and is Levantium. Did you already try Levantium? But I have yet to try Alfetti. L'Artisan become my favorite niche brand. Funny enough, the last time I tried L'Artisan fragrances was like back in 2017 or 2018, and I don't even remember how they smelled. So we don't have L'Artisan Parfumé fragrances here in Portugal, so it's quite hard to try them. Hi, Rich. Ricardo is well, unfortunately, but he's fine. He's. I will say that. I will say that, Mitch. Thank you so much. What do you think about Oro 1920? Uh, I have that sample, but I never tried it. So yeah, I don't know. But I have that sample. I have, if not all the collection from Bois 1920 or Boys 1920. I have all the collection, of course, in sample size, but I think I have them all. In Sushi Imperial, that one also I have. It's in that box over there. You can't see, but yeah, it's in that box full of samples. Um, Olá, Nelson. Olá, Sr. João. Poderia dar um link para poder encontrar o Ambre Noir? Tem expectativa de alguns. Hi, Nelson. I will answer you in English, but I don't know. Like in terms of Issey Miyake Ambre Noir, like seriously, I never saw that fragrance in the online discounter. I never saw it. Que esteja por sair das marcas que mais gosta para a estação. In terms of perfumes, the brand new perfumes for the coming spring and summertime, well, definitely H24 from Hermes, the brand new release from Hermes. I think that will work wonderfully for the upcoming spring and summertime. Favorites from Kajal. Not a brand that I'm not a big fan of Kajal. I'll be honest. I never tried their like Kajal Om 1 and now the new one Kajal Om 2. Never tried those two, but from the ones that I tried, It's okay. I mean, they did not impress me all that much. Have you tried Le Neroli Patchouli Antique? I heard about that one. Great things, actually, but no, never tried. Enric, Byredo, not a big fan. I have to say, I think Byredo it's overpriced. I think it's worse than, well, I don't know if it's worse, but it's definitely in the same category of Le Labo. They are okay fragrances for an extremely high price, much more that they really should charge. Cool. In my top five, Amber. Well, mm, what more? These two definitely. Uh, 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 the L'Ombre de Merveille from Hermès. It's has becoming a favorite of mine. Um, Ambre Loup from Rania and I don't know, another amber. Hmm. Oh, Bon Parfumeur 302. Great fragrance. And actually, I will talk about more fragrances of Bon Parfumeur. Bon Parfumeur, it's a fairly recent French niche perfume brand, and I'm enjoying their offerings from the most part. Not all of them, of course, but Bon Parfumeur has outstanding fragrances for a very affordable price. I mean, 100 ml bottle size, and they cost 82 euros. So, I mean, very inexpensive. I mean, for a niche brand, of course, and the quality is there. It's definitely there. They have their unique part as well, very clean presentation. I already did a review of 401 from Bon Parfumeur, which, I mean, it goes in the same realm of Plum Japonais from Tom Ford, but it's still very different from Plum Japonais, which I absolutely love, and it was recently discontinued. So for me, if you're searching for a fragrance like Plum Japonais, go with 401. It doesn't have the oud, it's not as dark, has and nor incensey has Plum Japonais. It's more gourmand, but it's wonderful. It's equally amazing. The plum there, it's very prominent, and it's simply delicious. Hi, William. Any opinion on Turkish House Unique Luxury? Actually, I already saw so many posts on Instagram about that brand, but I never tried any of their offerings. Have you tried Montal and Mancera? Yes, I did. Montal, I actually do enjoy Starry Nights and Black Oud, which I have also on the mail. I found a fantastic price at Notino, 57 euros for a brand new Montal fragrance, the Black Oud, and it's one of the most popular from Montal. It's these two, Starry Nights and Black Oud, are my favorites from Montal. From Mancera, mm, it's harder to say, but what's the name? I think it's Roses and Chocolate Vanilla one, Black Vanilla. I think it's the Black Vanilla, something like that. I really love those two. Not love, I like those two. Mancera and Montal are fragrances that I'm not a big fan of. First of all, they have an overwhelmingly number of fragrances in their portfolio, so it's quite hard to try them. But just because of that, it's way too much offerings. And all of them have this very chemically synthetic DNA that it's sometimes it's quite hard and it's quite piercing and harsh. So it's quite hard to wear them even. So yeah, that's why I'm not a big fan, but definitely from Montal, Black Oud, and Starry Nights, and the Mancera, yes, the vanilla one, and the roses and chocolate. I think it's also quite delicious actually. Good evening. What advice could you give a novice fragrance enthusiast? Well, try fragrances, avoid blind buying. I mean, if you are just starting in this hobby, avoid blind buying. I know right now it's quite hard to try in your local perfume stores because of the pandemic, but sample, try to discover your taste first before blind buying. I know that I mean, you are very excited. You want to try fragrances. You want even to have the fragrances that your favorite reviewers are talking about. But I mean, my best advice for you is to try them before you blind buy and just enjoy your journey. Honest thoughts on Geo Sauvage. Oh man, I'm tired of that Sentinel. I had it. I bought it right when it came, when it was released in 2015. I bought that one and I wore it a lot. Then I repurchased it in 2017. I think it was in 2017. I repurchased Geo Sauvage, but the magic was gone. I mean, it's a very common scent DNA. It has that shower jelly, um, deodorant feel. It's an okay fragrance, you know. And at least here in Portugal, especially here in Lisbon, it's a very common scent, a very common fragrance. So, thing, I mean, yes, you will be complimented. It's a very mass appealing fragrance, very likable fragrance, good performance. So, I mean, yes, if you are searching for a very versatile scent, yeah, that's actually a no-brainer. But I would advise you, instead of Dior Sauvage, go with Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. That's my favorite blue fragrance. I think it's smooth. It's a more well-rounded fragrance. Also quite likable. Great performance, at least on my skin, and the quality of the Bleu de Sauvage, Bleu de Sauvage, Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. The quality it's much higher. It's not as piercing, at least has Sauvage. Yes, Penhaligon Sartorial, exactly. True that, yes. Saluti, Sami. Thanks for a heads up on Davidoff Zeno. I bought a backup bottle on the other day. Yeah, Zeno. I mean, Zeno. It's a classic that I think it's discontinued, or at least it has been discontinued for a while now. But it's still readily available in the online discounters. I mean, for very affordable price. I bought mine for 18, 20 euros max for, well, a 120 or 100 ml bottle size of Zeno. And Zeno is fantastic. Patchouli, it's a that damp patchouli with sandalwood. Man, fantastic. I love it. David Ortega, hello there. Have you tried Inicio? Yes, I did. Rehab. Yes, I did try Rehab. I was not impressed. For me, it's like a blend of Spice Bomb from Victor and Rolf with a hint of Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. I was not impressed, especially for the price tag. Considering its high resent, it's not very. It does not share a lot of similarities with the extreme version of Spice Bomb, but with the original Spice Bomb. And then it has a hint of the Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille Initio Rehab, and that's why I'm not big fan of it because it doesn't add anything new to the table, and it's extremely overpriced. Hello, Edgar. I'm good, and how are you? I'm going to start my search of collection. What do you think? I think you are doing pretty well. I can advise you a lot of fragrances from Search of 40 Knots from Join the Club, Ivory Root also from Join the Club, More Than Words also from Join the Club. Join the Club collection, it's the more affordable line of Surge Off, and the quality it's incredible. Very long lasting fragrances and appealing and still quite seductive, all of them. And then from the Oud Stars, definitely Alexandria 2 and Alcat if you are searching for more daring, bold, funky, and dolic oud fragrance because you have oud jasmine. Um, I love Cruz del Sur 2, which is the most realistic mango fruit. Also, Neo, which I have on my wish list for a while. Love that one, the best bergamot fragrance out there, and it will be perfect for the upcoming spring and summer. So yeah, I mean, a lot of fragrances from Search Off that I can advise you to. I mean, from the Casa Morati, you have 1888, Carnation, Amber, and Spices done to perfection. Um, I don't advise you, for example, Red Oba or yes, Red Hoba, Blue Hope, um, Amabile, the latest release from Serjoff. It's terrible. That fragrance, it has apple. It's the worst apple accord that I ever tried. Um, so yeah, Serjoff has its nuts also. Oh no, it's hello there. The art traveler, Hermes rocks. Yes, it does. Hello, Marisa. Saludos from Brooklyn, New York. Hello, Marisa. Hope you're doing well. Very happy to see you stopping by here. Have you tried out Aqua di Parma, Colonia Puda? Yes, I did. Good fragrance, I have to say. I mean, great opening, very citrusy, effervescent, very realistic. Definitely, the quality is there. It's quite smooth, but yeah, the performance, it's quite terrible, at least on my skin. I tried from the tester like a couple of months ago, and yeah, it vanished after 3 hours, if I'm not mistaken. After 3 hours, it was very hard to detect the Colonia Pura. But yes, it's a nice fragrance, a nice fragrance. Oh, with flankers. Yes, the honest J Bone. Yes, I like I said in the beginning of this live stream that I saw the review of Ashton from Jensen, Sebastian from Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews, and Persole's live stream. Yes, and they are all they have all the same opinion from the most part. It's a mineral, fresh, green, metallic, ozonic fragrance that, well, doesn't perform all that well, but it's still quite unique. I mean, yes, this is the debate of do you prefer the scent or the performance? I mean, of course, I want a balance of these two criterias, but well, if I have to choose this one, I prefer the scent. And if the scent in this case is unique, it's still versatile, it's still likable. I mean, yes, I'm definitely in. And we definitely should expect that from Hermes, just like all other perfume brands. I mean, even niche fragrances, even Amouage is doing flankers. So I mean, I think right now we should expect flankers from all type of perfume brands, except for indie, at least for now. And Hermes already has its flankers from Terre d'Hermes. You have Terre d'Hermes the original, the Eau Très Fraîche, the Pure Parfum, the Eau Intense Vetiver. So, I mean, Hermes also has its flankers. It's fair to expect an Eau de Parfum version from H24, which actually I'm quite excited to. Um, Maybe a eau très fraîche, maybe a, I don't know, a cologne style of fragrance from H24. So I mean, yes, we should expect that. But honestly, that doesn't bother me, at least in the designer realm. It doesn't bother me as much as in niche fragrances, fragrance brands. But if they smell good, if they smell unique, if they have quality, I mean, yeah, just bring it on. Hello, Irregular Tangent. Great to see you here. Uh, do you have you heard about Bacio Immortel from Argos? I have a sample. Oh man, I'm in love. Yes, I saw a video from which one? It was a YouTuber, JC Perfumes, and that was one of them. Yes, I'm quite interested in trying that their fragrance line. I mean, their bottle presentation, it's not that unique. It kind of reminds me of Nobile 1942. But yes, I'm quite interested to try their offerings. We'll see if I will be able to sample them. We will see. But it's hard to try them because they're not selling here in Portugal. All right. So what we have here more. The last fragrance actually that I purchased, and this was another blind buy because it was a fantastic deal at Amazon. Um, Spanish Amazon, better saying, and this fragrance, this it's a niche fragrance. It's very well known. It's from Mona di Oreo, and it is Cuir. This one right here. This is a Mona di Oreo. This is, of course, this is not the vintage formulation, but I'm so impressed. I purchased this one for 60 euros. incredible. The regular price is 180 euros, so great bang for a buck. One of the best deals actually that I found. Man, this is really good. This reminds me of Fumidos a bit from Profumum Roma. Kind of reminds me of that very smoky, even barbecue-ish feel right in the opening, then develops into a dry leather fragrance, terry leather fragrance, if I would say. So yeah, I mean, Mona di Oreo Queer, great fragrance, and you don't see a lot of reviews of this one, but I know that it has its cult following, Mona di Oreo Queer. So yeah, I would love to try the vintage version to see if there's a major difference, which I believe there is. But yeah, great leather fragrance. So, what fragrances have you been enjoying lately? What is your latest fragrance acquisition? What fragrances do you have on your wish list? Tell me everything, guys. What are you wearing? What you've been enjoying lately? Best discoveries, all of that good stuff. What do I have here more? Oh, yeah. I have here some samples of Bon Parfumeur, like I was, mini shots, like like this. And this is their latest release, 004. And I have to say, great fragrance here. This is all about gin tonic citruses. Mm, so good. Citruses, it's quite aromatic, green. It has this sparkly feel, a bit boozy. It's wonderful, wonderful fragrance. And again, Bon Parfumeur fragrances are quite inexpensive for a niche brand. A 100 ml bottle size, it's 82 euros. Again, um, what's the other fragrance that I have here? Oh, 903. 903, I think it's oud or incense. I think it's the incense one. But this is their biggest flaw for now, at least. Their more oriental, intense fragrances are actually quite thin. Um, and I mean, they smell like a entry level designer oriental fragrance. And I would not mind that they would raise up the quality of their oriental fragrances, and I would not mind to pay a bit more of a high price tag, but if it would be a better quality and if it would last and it would have more oomph. Um, the other fragrance that I have here, oh yeah, 501. And I'm talking about, for the ones who are entering now to this chat, I'm talking about Bon Parfumeur fragrances that I have here. Just a brief first impressions. If you say, this is 501. Yeah, so sweet. Damn, you can have diabetes with this. Man, this is too. I have a sweet tooth. I love gourmand fragrances, but this one it's overly sweet. And this for me smells like a mid-range, overly cotton candy sweet, girly type of fragrance. 501, also not one of my favorites from Bon Parfumeur. What I have here more, 603, yeah, again, not a big fan. I like it, but did not impress me all that much because again, their biggest flaw it's in the oriental fragrances, in the more heavy resinous fragrances that I think they need to raise up the standards. Um, 102, love this one. I think this one is the tea. Man, this is so good. An incredibly realistic green tea, man. So smooth, green. Mm, so good, fresh. I love this. This is done to perfection. A great tea fragrance right here. This is 102 from Bon Parfumeur. And what's the other one that I have here? 101. 101. It's the rose. This is all about rose, man. Again, it's also one of my favorites. A realistic red rose. Fresh, but it's quite carnal. A carnal red rose. Love this one also. Quite very smooth at the same time. Um, what I have here. 002. I think this is a Neroli fragrance. Yes, yeah. It's your Tom Ford Neroli Portofino, your typical eau de cologne fragrance, which is good. I mean, yes, it's good. It's not piercing, it's not harsh, it's not too alcoholic, not at all. I mean, yeah, it smells nice. Yeah, just that. But again, for the price, 82 euros, you can't go wrong with any of these, to be honest. Um, what do I have here? The last one that I have here is 202. 202 is one of the best openings. This is so good. This is all about in the opening, all about watermelon. And it's so realistic. And then it's a shame how this develops. I mean, they definitely need to reformulate this one to make it better. Because you have this realistic, fruity, watery, sweet watermelon right in the opening, but then seriously, they definitely need to do better with this one. I love the watermelon accord in 202. 202. Love the watermelon accord. Very realistic. Incredible opening. But then falls flat into a generic sweet shower gel type of scent, if that makes sense. So yeah, but overall, I really do enjoy Bon Parfumeur fragrances. I think they all have their great quality. Um, from the most part, they are unique and you can't go wrong for the price. So again, Bon Parfumeur has fantastic hidden gems, and it's a fairly new niche French niche perfume brand. So what we have here more. So yeah, Bon Parfumeur really suggest you to sample this house. I think you can find great gems. I have full bottles of 401, which they send me, and 302. I bought that one. It's fantastic amber, iris, sandalwood scent. The amber goes in the same realm of Ambre Sultan from Serge Loutan, but it goes in a different direction with the iris and with the sandalwood. Fantastic gem of amber. If you love amber, I think 302 from Bon Parfumeur, it's a must try. Um, Also, I did a review which I have yet to upload, and I think I will upload tomorrow. From Latafa, it's a fragrance from the house of Latafa, and it's this one, Kahed. I think it's how you pronounce it, Kahed. Um, Great looking bottle, and this is so inexpensive. I purchased this for 15 euros at Amazon.uk. Man, this is incredible. Incredible. This is all about saffron, all about cardamom, cinnamon, oud, vanilla, amber. Fantastic scent. I mean, seriously, you can see the ambery, honeyed coloration of the liquid inside. Great fragrance this is. And yes, the bottle kind of reminds me of Dunhill Icon Absolute, but this is the box. This is like a faux leather material with all the details here. I mean, seriously, this is a very luxurious presentation for what you pay. And here it's all velvet. So again, very solid looking bottle. Um, but the scent, it's fantastic. Great performance, actually. Love this fragrance. And yeah, stay tuned for my full review of Kahid from Latafa. I'm definitely interested to discover more fragrances from this brand. Um, Other fragrance that I've been enjoying lately, it's from Tiziana Trenzi, and finally I have this one. Actually, this was a blind buy. This was a blind buy, but I always had this on my wish list because I love rose oud fragrances, and this is Tiziana Terenzi Gold Rose Oud. And again, great deal at Amazon, Spanish Amazon. Man, so good. I love the rose in here. Funny enough, the rose here kind of reminds me of the rose from Portrait of a Lady. I mean, it's not the same, of course, but it reminds me. So just by that, I mean, you can see how good this is. Love the oud in here also. It's a bit spicy. It's very intense, full, thick, very sensual fragrance. I've really been enjoying this one, Gold Rose Oud. Actually, I've been in the rose oud mood lately. I was even thinking to do like a top five rose oud fragrances because it's I've been in that mood. Mm, I don't know if you are commenting or not, but I don't know if I'm being able to read your comments. It's a bit weird. But guys, are you hearing me properly? Because I've been noticing that there are some difficulties with the connection here. So I don't know. Tell me if you're hearing me properly. The other fragrance that I've been enjoying a lot lately, and I already talked about this one here and there, it's Muscave. So good. So good. Muscavageur from Frederic Malle, guys, it's a must try for every fragrance lover. This is all about vanilla, all about spices, all about musk, of course. And the musk here, it goes into the animalic territory, but it's not as animalic as it once was. And I was fortunate enough to, excuse me, to actually try a vintage version of Mousse Cravageur. You know that it's vintage when here it's you don't have anything in here. You don't have any lettering engraved here in the cap. And here I think you have the, although I don't remember, but also you have the concentration here right in front of the bottle. So like I was saying, I was fortunate enough to try a vintage, and yes, it's the vintage one. It's quite pissy actually, right in the opening. This one, it's a bit more gourmandish. It's still animalic, but not as challenging as the original formulation. Nonetheless, I mean, I absolutely love this. I love the way it is right now. So cozy at the same time, warm, enveloping, very sexual even. Mousse Cravageux from Frédéric Malle, man, it's a delight. Uh, Guys, what are your thoughts about Rose in Cuir from Frédéric Malle? It was created by Jean-Claude Elena. So I don't know. I'm thinking about that fragrance, but I don't know if it's worth the price tag. Some people already said that it's Jean-Claude Elena's interpretation of Galop from Hermès, and that's another fragrance that I have yet to try from Hermes. I think it's a leathery fragrance, and I love leather fragrances as well. And talking about leathers, yes, I already talked about this one, Monadiorio Cuir, stunning scent right here, very smoky, barbecue-ish in the opening, and incensey, of course, develops into a very dry, terry leather, quite woodsy also. Great leather fragrance, actually. I mean, yeah, I'm having a lot of connection problems. I hope you can hear me properly again. And I don't know if you've been texting or not here, if you've been commenting in this live stream, but I think I stopped seeing your messages, your comments. Um, well, I don't know about that. I don't know what's going on here. I think it's just been a long time since I did a live stream. Um, yes, so yeah, these are the fragrances that I've been enjoying, and stay tuned also from for this review. Iris Malika, my favorite Man, this is my favorite iris as of now. So good. Butchery, very powdery, mm, floral. If you love iris, I think this is definitely a must try to say the least. It's a bit expensive. This is the 100 ml bottle size and the price is 180 euros. So yeah, it's a bit expensive, but if you love iris, at least try this one out. From Maison Rivel, it's a fairly recent niche perfume brand. So yeah, I think it's well worth the try at least. The other fragrances from their house, I mean, did not impress me that much, but I think I need to give a second chance at least. Um, so yeah, guys, this is all I have to say, at least for now. I know it's been less than an hour, but seriously, I have a lot of problems right now with connection. I see that this is going down a lot of times, and I don't know if you are commenting or not, but this stopped out of nowhere. So, guys, I think I will stop here and let's see next time if this will work better. But, guys, once again, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope to do another live stream soon enough, not more than, I don't know, 3, 4, 6 months later. Hope to do a live stream soon enough. So again, guys, thank you so much. This was great. Quick chit chat here. Guys, thank you once again for your ongoing support and see you in next video and in the next live stream.